You are now listening to the Gospel of Alex. Alex, drop those scriptures.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And guys, I've been purposely not talking about this battle because I knew what has happened was going to happen. And what I'm going to say is this battle has become extremely corny. And it's because of Kendrick Lamar's fans and the fake pro-black people who follow Kendrick Lamar, the fake conscious people, conspiracy theorists who follow Kendrick Lamar. And I'm going to tie all this together. So make sure you watch the whole video because it's going to be one of my best videos. I'm going to tie all this together. And Drake's haters. They have made this battle corny as hell. And it's a prime example. Kendrick's fans and Drake's haters are a prime example of why I tell you guys I cannot stand conspiracy theorists, modern conspiracy theorists. I cannot stand pro-blacks, right? Because they're fake and phony. And they're losers, and you don't want to be like these people. And I'm about to explain it in this video. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel who are watching this, I predicted way back in my shorts, back when Cole first responded to Kendrick, I said I'm happy that J. Cole responded to Kendrick first. Because if J. Cole battles Kendrick, nobody hates J. Cole, right? There might be some people who don't like J. Cole. I like J. Cole. I think he's inconsistent, but he's been on a fire run the last 2-3 years, and I like J. Cole overall, right? Nobody hates Kendrick, right? Some people don't like Kendrick, but nobody really hates Kendrick. People hate Drake. It's not regular. They hate this man. He's been on top of the game for over a decade. They're ready for him to go away. They hate this man. So I said, if Drake battles Kendrick, really anybody, it's not going to be a fair fight because it's not going to be about the music. It's not going to be about the lyrics. It's not going to be about the allegations. It's just going to be Drake is a fag. And if you like Drake, we don't like you, right? So when Cole backed out, I instantly got annoyed. That's why until today, I never even made a video about this battle because I knew it was going to be corny. But the problem is Kendrick's damn fans, Kendrick's peasants, King Kendrick's peasants, right? They have made this shit so corny. Drake's haters have took it beyond just being corny. It's to the point where they're trying to literally bully anyone who think Drake won. Anyone who likes Drake, they're trying to actually bully them, insult them on a personal level. This is a rap beef. It's supposed to be about entertainment. They're literally attacking people on a personal level, insulting your intelligence, questioning your sexuality based upon liking Drake's music. Right? I'm going to give you guys a prime example. We about to cook up. So someone posted, right, in a group. They said, who do you think is winning the battle right now, Drake or Kendrick? I gave my opinion. I said, my opinion is 2-1 and Drake is up. This was before Like That came out, and this was before The Heart Part 6 came out. The reason I said Drake was up 2-1 is because I liked 50 Push-Ups and I liked Family Matters, right? I did not like Euphoria. I thought Euphoria was trash and it was boring. No, it's not because I didn't understand it, right? And we're going to get into y'all saying that dumb shit in a few seconds. We're going to come back to that. It's just because it was trash, it was boring, and Kendrick's flow was ass on it, right? 616 in LA was better, but I still didn't like it. Now, when he dropped Meet the Grams was a nuke. Meet the Grams was vicious. I fucking loved that song. That's what I was waiting for from Kendrick, right? So to me, it was 2-1. Now, since that happened, Kendrick has released Like That, Not Like Us, I'm sorry, and I like that, so it was 2-2, but then Drake dropped The Heart Part 6, so now it's 3-2 to me, right? Kendrick's still behind one. So when I said Drake was up 2-1, somebody commented and said to me, so you support pedos. This is my problem with Kendrick's meat riders, King Kendrick's peasants, and Drake's haters. This is why I meant they're trying to bully people. But you can't bully me because you're not smarter than me, right? You might think because you listen to a fake conscious rapper who doesn't actually do anything for the community that we're about to get into, right, that you are intellectually superior, but you're not more intellectually superior than me. Let me explain what I said to this guy, right? So he goes, so are you a pedo supporter since you support Drake? First of all, there's no evidence that Drake's a pedo. None. He hasn't been convicted of anything. He hasn't been accused of anything by anyone but fans and rappers over the last couple of months, right? Now, just hear me out. Listen to me. He hasn't been convicted of anything. So what I said to the guy is, I'm like, so do you support wife beaters? because Kendrick beats women. If you don't believe it, you can go on the internet right now. You can look up the story, and Media Takeout will literally tell you that they ran a story about Kendrick beating a woman up, right? And Kendrick's camp literally gave them a cease and desist because they said it's not true. And they made them take the damn story down. So I'm like, if you're going to imply that I support pedos because I'm saying that Drake is up 2-1, that means you support woman beaters, right? Because you're supporting Kendrick. There's no evidence that Kendrick beat a woman. There's no evidence that Drake's a pedo. There's not, but people have been claiming Drake is a pedo for years now, and nothing has come out. We are in the Me Too era. I want you guys to understand that Harvey Weinstein went down. The dude who owned Rat Pack Entertainment, look it up because I can't remember his name. He went down. His whole company went down. Bill Cosby went down. All these people are going down. All right, there's a new sexual assault allegation on Trey Songz every goddamn day. We are not in the era where if you're out here touching little girls or grooming people or any of that, it won't be said. Ezra Miller, he's going down for that right now. He got kicked out of his role of The Flash because of that. So why would I believe Drake, who is by far the most popular, the most wealthy rapper in the game right now, will be molesting young girls or touching young girls or grooming young girls or whatever? It's a whatchamacallit, whatever y'all say he's doing with them, and no one has come for a check yet? That's BS. Drake said it himself, and I agree. If I was doing that, it's 2024. It's Me Too movement. Someone would have said something, right? But my thing is, I'm like, so do you support women beaters? Right? He's like, you didn't answer my question. No. You're going to answer my question. You're not about to bully me. Do you support women beaters? Well, which one is worse? Being a woman beater or being a pedo? Do you support women beaters? Well, I'd rather be friends with a woman beater than I would be friends with a pedo. Bingo! So you hate Drake so much, or you're meat riding Kendrick so hard that you want to ignore the fact that he beats women, and you want to just talk about how Drake is supposedly a pedo. So he said, now answer my question. Do you support pedos? I said, no, I don't support pedos, and I don't support wife beaters. But guess what? There's no evidence, no hard evidence. There's more evidence that Kendrick beat a woman than there is that Drake is a pedo, but there's no hard evidence on either one of them. But being a pedo is something that I don't play with at all. So if it ever came out, confirmed that Drake is a pedo, he's done to me. He's dead to me. You can go on my channel and see I'm one of the few YouTubers who actually make videos about protecting your kids from pedos. It's one of the reasons I support having a housewife. Because you got a housewife, you don't have to put your kid in a daycare. Right? Daycare is the #1 place where kids get touched on or raped, right? You also don't have to send them to auntie and uncle and cousins, which, believe it or not, is the #2 place where kids get touched on or raped, right? I'm the one who put these videos out and broke down these statistics. I don't play with pedos. But my thing is this. This is how stupid Kendrick fans is. Let's say they're telling the truth, right? All these rappers now all of a sudden want to say Drake's a pedo. Here's why it's corny. They're using evidence like Millie Bobby Brown, right? Well, he was texting Millie Bobby Brown when she was like 17. Millie Bobby Brown is 20 right now, about to be 21. So you're referencing something from 3 to 4 years ago, right? In that same time frame of 3 to 4 years, we've seen Metro work with Drake. We've seen Future work with Drake. We've seen Kendrick. Kendrick literally said in one of his disses, I wanted to keep it friendly. Why would you want to keep it friendly with a pedophile? Let it breathe, run it back. Why would you want to keep it friendly with a pedo? If you really feel like Drake's a pedo, why would you want to keep it friendly with him? As a matter of fact, if you really felt like Drake's a pedo, why would you wait for Drake to diss you to then say that? Why not just say, I don't rock with him because he's a pedo? Let me ask you guys this. This is how stupid the fans are. If y'all really think that Drake's a pedo, why is J. Cole still cool with Drake? Weeknd. Party Next Door. Damn near everyone in this industry, right? SZA. So SZA's cool with pedos? Because SZA has worked with Drake. Sexy Red is cool with pedos? You guys understand what I'm saying to you? If y'all really saying that Drake is a pedo and supposedly everyone knows this, then that means all your faves are either pedos themselves or pedo supporters. Now, to someone like me, that's not shocking because I already know how Hollywood get down and I already know how weird the industry is, right? And can be. So it would not surprise me if all of them was into grooming and pedo and stuff like that. But my problem is y'all just attacking Drake. Y'all not even paying attention to the fact your favorite supports a pedo. You're saying to Drake fans, if you support Drake, you support pedo. But guess what? Kendrick Lamar has done songs with Drake. So he does too. He even acknowledged being friends with the man. See, this is how stupid a lot of pro-blacks and conspiracy theory-minded people are, right? They think that they're smart, but Kendrick says stuff that sounds smart to people who are dumb. You understand what I'm saying? To call this man a pedo when you literally also called him your friend, said you wanted to keep it friendly and have made tracks with him would mean that either you're a pedo yourself or you're a pedo supporter. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You can bend it, twist it, flip it, pop it, whatever way you want to, but that's what that means. Now, let's move past that, right? Let's move past that. Like I said, they won't even acknowledge the fact that this man has been claimed to be a woman beater. We have evidence on media takeout that he did beat a woman. Drake's saying he beat his wife. You get what I'm saying? Their response is, oh, well, Drake's a known liar. Well, what is Kendrick? We know he lied about Drake having a daughter. So what is Kendrick now? Why isn't Kendrick a known liar? I also have a problem with this. I'm like, y'all listening to a quote-unquote black messiah, right? Who's telling you guys, Drake, you can't say nigga. You can't say nigga. So you're telling me he can't say the N-word because he's mixed. But Kendrick, your wife is mixed. Or let me say your fiance because you never actually married her. Your wife is biracial. Your kids are biracial. So if Drake can't say the N-word because he's biracial, doesn't that mean your wife and kids can't say the N-word either? Then they're going to say, well, he didn't say he can't say it. He said we don't want to hear him say it. See, now they want to play semantics. Ross flat out called him a white boy and said he can't say it, but they want to play semantics. That's not what Kendrick said. Kendrick said we don't want to hear him say it. Okay, let's roll with that. Well, then I don't want to hear your wife say it, Kendrick. And I don't want to hear any of your kids say it because they're all biracial. Your son is lighter than Drake, so you can shut your ass up. And this is the problem I have with pro-blacks. Y'all following what I'm saying? Pro-blacks do the same thing. Look at Tariq Nasheed. He'll go, like, I remember one time I was listening to a Tariq Nasheed podcast with my ex, because we used to laugh when he had the Ism podcast. And he had the women on, they used to talk about relationships. She told me to cut that shit off. You know why she told me to cut it off? Because he tried to call a dude who said he dated a light-skinned girl a race traitor for dating a light-skinned girl. Right? My ex was light-skinned. So she got very offended by that. Like, what? Cut that shit off. And her bigger point was, how the hell is Tariq going to tell a caller he's a sellout for dating a white girl? I mean, not dating a white girl, I'm sorry. Dating a light-skinned girl, but Tariq's wife is half Jewish. Let it breathe, run it back. How is Tariq going to tell someone that they're a race traitor for dating a light-skinned woman, even though the light-skinned woman had 4 black grandparents, which it used to be the one drop rule. Now some people saying if you don't have 4 black grandparents, then you're not black. Okay, which means Obama ain't black. So stop saying we had a black president because we didn't. All right, which means Meghan Markle damn sure ain't black. So stop saying we had a black queen of England because we did not. Which means Kendrick's kids ain't black, right? See, y'all pick and choose when y'all do and don't want to have these rules. But I digress. The bigger point was, how's Tariq going to say dating a light-skinned woman makes you a sellout when his wife is half Jewish? She's half white. See, y'all see? This is why I don't like pro-blacks. Because they're hypocrites. They say stuff that sounds smart to people who are dumb and people who are too damn lazy to do their own education. That's hypocritical. Just like Kendrick, Tariq Nasheed has got a biracial wife talking about some, you don't love black women. Y'all don't love black women. Look at Umar. Umar will run around here all day. His new thing is shaming any black man who's with any woman who's not black. You couldn't find a black woman who could do all that. You couldn't find a black woman who could love you. You couldn't find a black woman who could do this. You couldn't find a black woman who could do that. Let me ask you guys a question. Where is Dr. Umar's black wife? I'll wait. Dr. Umar ain't got no black wife. Just like how Dr. Umar been collecting donations for a school he's supposed to be building for young black men. He's been collecting these donations since I was in college. That was over 13 years ago. You understand what I'm saying to you? When I was a freshman in college was over 13 years ago. Umar still ain't built that damn school, and in those 13 years, he still ain't married no damn black woman. But because he says stuff that make black people feel better for being losers, right? He always talk about white supremacy and how the system's against you. And what that does is that makes every black person who don't got no damn money, even though they don't have any money because they didn't get a trade, not because of white supremacy. They don't have any money because they didn't get a college education, not because of white supremacy. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's the real reason they don't have any money. They don't have any money because they couldn't run a business, not because of white supremacy. But Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed, Kendrick Lamar, these guys are race hustlers. So their job is to make you feel like this is still Jim Crow era, and you still a slave, basically, and it's not your fault you're not successful. It's the system's fault you're not successful. It's 2024. It's no longer the system's fault you're not successful. White supremacy is literally dying. White population numbers are going down every single decade. Why? Because a lot of people are becoming biracial. A lot of white women are sleeping with black men. A lot of white women sleeping with Hispanic men. A lot of white men are sleeping with Asian women and Hispanic women. It's a melting pot now. White supremacy is literally dying. Their numbers are dwindling every single year. Why are we still talking about white supremacy? I'll tell you, because it makes people who cannot become successful feel better about not becoming successful. Right? When Tariq talks about how if you don't date a black woman, you're a sellout. When Umar talks about how if you don't date a black woman, you're a sellout. It makes black women want to support them because it makes them feel like they have an excuse for not being married to a black man or being able to hold down a black man. And that excuse is that black men don't like black women, even though 89% of married black men are married to black women. And before y'all bring up the money BS, I've already broken this down before. 80% of black men who make 6 figures or more are married to black women. So these are all lies, but they're lies that make people feel good. This is why I call pro-blacks race hustlers. They don't believe the shit that they're saying out of their mouth. If they did, Tariq would have a black woman. If they did, Umar would be married to a black woman. If they did, Kendrick would be married to a black woman, but none of them are. This is why I say they say things that sound smart to people who are dumb. That is what they do. Right? Meanwhile, Drake is posting evidence that Free is commenting hearts on Kendrick Lamar's wife's post. Right? He's talking about how that baby might not even be Kendrick's. And if you look at the skin color of his son, it might not be. He's talking about how this man don't even live in California anymore because he got kicked out of his own house. All Kendrick fans are ignoring all of that shit. And all they want to stick on is, he's a pedo, he's a pedo, he's a pedo, he's a pedo, he's a pedo. Okay, so if he's a pedo and you got such a problem with pedos, then why are you cool with Kendrick who's making songs with them? Why are you cool with anyone in the industry who has ever made a song with this man if they all know that he's a pedo? It sounds smart to people who are dumb. I hear that and say, okay, if Drake really is a pedo, all y'all some pedos, which wouldn't surprise me. Look at Diddy. Look at Harvey Weinstein. Look at Bill Cosby. I'm just giving y'all examples. It wouldn't surprise me, but it would surprise y'all. Clearly it would surprise y'all because y'all not even paying attention. It's the same thing with conspiracy theorists. I told y'all before and I will tell y'all again, I don't respect anyone who is explaining to me why something happened after it happened. There was one time, a chick told me she knows this dude who knows a secret science that can predict things before the things happen. I literally said, okay, go and ask this person when Jay-Z is going to die. Since everything is planned and everything is mapped out and this guy knows it, I will go and ask him when Jay-Z is going to die. I guarantee you he won't give you an answer. He's going to find some way, somehow, to hedge the bet. Right? Somebody gave me a sports channel one time. They said, oh, if you go on this sports channel, they break down how everything is rigged and they'll tell you to win. The first damn thing the man said when I went to the channel is, oh, well, the numbers are a little bit off today. So, you know, don't take this and run with it. But here's what should happen. AKA, you don't know. You hedged your bet before you said anything because you don't really know the answer. And you know, if you're saying you know a secret science and you predict anything wrong, it's going to mess up your credibility. So what you do, because it sounds smart to people who are dumb, And understand, when I'm saying people who are dumb, I don't want anyone who listens to these type of people to really feel insulted. I'm just trying to wake y'all up. Just like y'all be trying to wake everyone else up. You need to wake up your goddamn selves. If we're being honest. Because you shouldn't be hedging your bets. Either you know a secret science that will predict the results of sporting events, or you don't. And if you do, there should never be no, oh, well, the numbers are a little bit weird today. The energy is a little bit off today, so I don't exactly know, but this should be what happens. No, I don't want to hear that. That means you don't know. Just like you can't tell me when Dre Z is going to die, because you don't know. Now, what you will do, right, is when Jay-Z dies, you'll go look up a bunch of random information, and you guys got to realize, if you're smart, you can make anything sound good. You guys realize you got whole universes like Star Wars, the Marvel universe, DC universe, the Godzilla universe. All these things were a figment of people's imaginations. Gotham City, Metropolis, the Avengers, Harry Potter, all these worlds people created up in their head. You guys have to understand that there are people who are content creators, can create scenarios. It's easy for them. That's what they do. That's their talent. So if someone passed away, it's easy for me to go and look up a bunch of information and make up a story about how, if you paid attention, you would have known this person was going to pass away on this date. My thing is, if you really knew, tell me right now. This is why I was telling you guys I was thinking about starting a sports channel. Because here's my argument. People always say, well, Alex, sports is rigged. Here's my thing. If sports are so rigged that you can tell what's going to happen, then tell me what's going to happen before it happens. All you fools were running around talking about the Super Bowl logo is red and purple. So that means it's going to be the 49ers and the Ravens. As soon as the Ravens lost, y'all act like y'all didn't say that. That shit was trending everywhere. Y'all never acknowledged that y'all was saying that. Y'all acted like y'all never said that. And I kept telling people that that's not true. It takes 2 seconds of research to go back and see how many Super Bowls had logo colors that were different than the teams playing in them. But y'all don't like the research. What y'all like to do is hear something that sounds smart to someone dumb. And the reason I keep saying that is because somebody dumb doesn't research. What did Kendrick do? He heard Drake had a baby, all right, a daughter, and he didn't research. He just ran with it. Now he looks stupid, and his fans don't want to acknowledge it. Anyone tells me anything, I'm going to research it myself. That's how I know about the Media Takeout article where they were saying that Kendrick beat up the white woman at the damn casino. Because I researched it. I didn't just take Drake's word for it. Y'all just take people's word for stuff, and then when it's wrong, y'all try to run past it like it didn't happen. Everyone's doing that right now with Kendrick with the daughter. That's why I said shit that sounds smart, people's dumb. It's pretty much confirmed Drake has no daughter, and y'all still running around saying it. Now, I made a funny short about Drake's daughter just to make y'all laugh. But my point is, it's confirmed that he doesn't, and they're not even acknowledging that that was wrong. They're not even calling Kendrick a liar. They're just acting like it didn't happen. They're literally just pretending it didn't happen. It's crazy. That's legit crazy. This is what I'm saying to you guys. This is why I have a hard time respecting pro-blacks. This is why I have a hard time respecting conspiracy theories. Because of Kendrick's fans in situations like this. Because when they're wrong, they won't acknowledge it. And they're wrong a lot if you pay attention. And they won't acknowledge it. They'll just run past it. They'll act like they don't know what you're talking about. Blase, 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 blase. They say things that only make sense to people who don't research. Tariq shouldn't be telling no damn body not to date a light-skinned or biracial person, because he is. Umar shouldn't be telling nobody to go out here and marry a black woman until he does. And Kendrick shouldn't be telling nobody, we don't want to hear you say nigga, when his wife is biracial and so are his kids. His son is literally as light as Drake. But if you don't research any of this, how would you know? Right? He's giving you, and the dude who told me, I'm going to end the video with this. Because this is the last reason I'm telling you guys to be careful about following pro-blacks and these conspiracy theories and stuff like this, right? Dude said to me, well, Drake makes music for people who are illiterate and can't understand things that are complex. So you know what I said in response to him? Because I knew he was talking about me. You're talking to me. There's no one else here. I said, and Kendrick makes music for black people who are broke, struggling, and they want an excuse of how them being broke and struggling is not their fault. Let it breathe, run it back. If you're going to tell me Drake makes music for dumb people who are illiterate, then I'm going to tell you Kendrick makes music for black people who are broke and struggling. And even though we are not slaves anymore, even though we are free, right? Free. He makes music that makes you feel good for not being able to make money. If you're going to say that, I'm going to say this. That's just the reality of the situation. Because in the words of Drake, y'all claiming that this man's the Black Messiah. Not only does he have a biracial wife, he ain't plant no money trees in his hood. What money has Kendrick Lamar planted in the Compton? At least Nipsey Hussle tried to open a goddamn shopping center for his people with black-owned things in the shopping center. Now, he got killed for it, which is another reason why I tell y'all not to be pro-black. Because pro-black is catered to the lowest common denominator. Guys, successful black people, I'm just being honest with you. Most black people who follow that pro-black shit are broke. Just like most people who follow that conspiracy shit is broke. The only ones in those circles who make money are the ones who make the content. Because they make the money selling you the content. Right? If I tell you everyone who's rich is in the Illuminati somehow, it makes you feel better for being poor. If I tell you white supremacy is the reason you're poor, it makes you feel better for being poor. Guys, six-figure earners, millionaires don't roll around listening to Kendrick. Not saying not at all. Like, I like Kendrick, right? But the reason I didn't listen to Pimp a Butterfly that much, the reason I didn't listen like Mr. Morales, because it's boring-ass, depressing music. Bro, I'm not living a depressed life, right? I'm going to Madison Square Garden. My mom has never been to Madison Square Garden. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sitting front row looking right at Aaron Judge. My family's never done stuff like this. So why would I want to hear music about a struggle when I'm not struggling? And I can tell you guys how to stop struggling. But you'd rather hear someone giving you coping mechanisms to continue to struggle. Oh, it's not your fault, it's white supremacy. No. It's your fault. I don't want to hear that type of shit. That's just me being honest with you. So when Kendrick's really rapping like he was on Good Kid, Mad City, when Kendrick's really rapping like he was on Damn, I like it. When he starts getting into that pro-black BS, I don't want to hear it because I'm not struggling. And you don't have to either. I want to hear up-tempo, happy, balling out, flexing on people type music. You know why it doesn't bother me when people make music about flexing on people? Because I like flexing on people. Because I can. I've shown you guys 2 car keys, 3 phones, a 3-level house. I've showed you all this. I showed y'all my inbox. I don't have women problems. So I can't relate to someone who does. I can show y'all how to not have the problems. I can show y'all how to get the 3-level house, how to have multiple cars, multiple phones, run a business, right? But I'm not interested in trauma bonding with y'all. Oh my God, none of these women want to listen. They don't want to act right. No, I'm not going to say that because I know it's not true. The truth is you can't get a woman who wants to act right. You can't get a 3-level house. You can't get multiple cars. You can't get multiple phones. You can't run a successful business. And instead of doing the work to listen to people who have done it, who are telling you what changes you're going to have to make to be able to do it too, it makes you feel better to go and listen to Umar tell you it's not your fault. To go and listen to Tariq tell you it's not your fault. To go and listen to Kendrick Lamar tell you it's not your fault. And you don't want to hear music like Future and Drake, because that's flexing. I made it. I'm successful, unapologetic. We getting it popping out here. I'm sitting front row at the games type music. Y'all don't want to hear that because that's not your reality. But your mind is your reality. So if you are constantly feeding into your mind, I'm going to get more money, I'm going to get better, I'm going to get a submissive elite woman, then that's what you will have. But if you're feeding into your mind, I can't get ahead because of white supremacy, I can't get ahead because of the Illuminati, I can't get ahead because these women don't act like modern women are trash, then that will be your reality. What you think is your reality. And this is why I tell you guys to be careful with conspiracy theorists, with pro-blacks and all that type of shit, because they're feeding negativity. They're not speaking life into you. All they're doing is talking about how nothing is in your control and you're destined to be a loser, while they make money off of your views and your donations to tell you that you ain't shit. I'm up here trying to uplift y'all, teach y'all all how to get money, teach y'all all how to get good women. I'm not interested in sitting here and whining to you guys, like, oh, you can't win, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game. I'm not interested in that. No, I want to show you how to win, because I did it, and I want all you guys to do it. I want all y'all to be sitting front row at sporting events. I want all y'all to have submissive, nurturing, and caring women who reciprocate, who pay for dates for you, who cook for you. I want you all to experience running a successful business, having multiple whips. I want you guys to experience that stuff. I don't want you guys to sit there feeling like you can't win because you're black. You can't win because of the Illuminati. You can't win because modern women. I don't want you feeling like that's loser talk. It's going to turn you into a mental midget and a loser. And this Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation is a prime example of that. People want to, you ain't got no degrees or no accolades, but people want to say they're smarter than you because they listen to a nigga talking about, like it's the slave days, how he can't do anything because of white supremacy. That's what you want to say, use to say you're smarter than other people. Music, because you don't have a degree, because you don't have a trade, because you have no intellectual accolades at all. None. No one's telling you you're smart but yourself. And that conspiracy theory circle, in that pro-black circle, then people say stuff like, well, a degree doesn't prove that you're intelligent. Just because you got a degree doesn't mean that you're intelligent. Well, I guess what? Watching conspiracy theory videos and being pro-black doesn't mean that you're intelligent either. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would rather have a degree and be an idiot than be pro-black or be a conspiracy theorist and be an idiot. I would rather have a trade and be an idiot than be a conspiracy theorist or a pro-black and be an idiot, because here's why. At the end of the day, my degree, whether I'm smart or not, is going to make me money. At the end of the day, my trade, whether I'm smart or not, is going to make me money. Ain't none of that shit you watching about pro-blackness or listening to going to make you anything. Ain't none of that shit you watching about conspiracy theories going to make you any damn thing. But depressed. That's it. It's never going to make you money. The only way you making money off of conspiracy theories and pro-black talk is if you're the one making the content. That's it. If you're consuming the content, it does nothing for you. You can say what you want about people with degrees. You can say what you want about people with trades. You can say what you want about people with actual academic accolades, but they got paid for it. You don't get shit for your hidden knowledge, but a feeling of being smarter than people who don't have the same hidden knowledge, even though they have more money than you. I'm just saying. Either way, I'm about to go in the gym and get this workout in, y'all. That's my thoughts on the whole Drake and Kendrick situation. Drake's haters and Kendrick meat writers have made it very, very corny. And I'm sorry, it's just modern conspiracy theorists and modern pro-blacks really get on my nerves. And I'm sorry, the shit they say just sounds smart to people who's dumb. And you could be spending that time learning how to make money. So why even listen to that? Just like when people come out here complaining about modern women, you could be spending that time learning how to smash modern women, learning how to get them to be submissive, learning how to get them to reciprocate, but you want to sit around and cry about how they won't do these things, even though there's guys like me out there who they're clearly doing it for. But you, rather than try to see what I'm doing so you can get to saying you feel better just sitting and crying with other people who can't do what I'm doing, who aren't willing to put in the work to be able to do what I'm doing because you're just a lazy ass. You want to cope. You don't want to win, you want to cope. I want music about winning. I want to be around winners. I don't want to be around people who coping about being a loser. I am Alex, y'all, and I am out. Peace.